Well, I know what most of you must be thinking right now. You see, I am a mind reader and I can read your minds. Most of you must be thinking right now, why is this lady up on stage with a lantern when the auditorium is so bright? Well, I am not a ghost. Neither I am here to sing a song. Gumnaam hai koi. This village, it had 100 houses. But unfortunately, there was no electricity. It used to get pitch dark after every sunset. As a result, everybody they lived in the dark. One day, one gentleman from that same village, he had a brilliant idea. So he went all the way along to Delhi and bought himself a lantern. Now, his house was the only house which was illuminated. And the rest of the houses were still dipped in the dark. So, these 99 houses, they actually started comparing with, this gentleman. How come there is only one house which has light and the other houses, they don't have light? Well, one logical option for them would have been, they would have also traveled all the way along to Delhi and bought themselves a lantern. What they did instead? These 99%, they actually destroyed the gentleman's lantern. I admit that I was a part of this 99% once upon a time. Like I still remember, it was my 15th birthday. I was super excited. I have my friends, relatives and everyone around. But when I was about to cut the cake, one of my friends who was mumbling, I overheard her saying, "She is a damn lucky girl. You know, her parents have all the money that can buy her anything." You see, I would have come, also from a business family. I wish. Well, that girl was certainly me. Lucky, don't you think? My friends also used to think me, I was lucky. But was I truly lucky? Ladies and gentlemen, there were literally days that I did not feel like coming back home. For those constant fights, arguments, kind of relationships, the parents had day and night, sharing no strong bond between the siblings. I never felt that I was at home. Never felt. I really felt, that I was living in a house which was built with beautiful bricks, but it lacked love and affection. This is my family, ladies and gentlemen. And the girl that you see next to my dad is my elder sister. It is her love and affection that I always craved for. But what I did instead, I started comparing with her. The way she appeared tall, beautiful and slim. And it did not end here. As I grew up, I started comparing with all those people who shared beautiful relationships, strong bonds, who appeared better than me, whose family have more wealth than me. It did not end here. It did not end here. And I am not the only one. Rather, by this time, I was actually suffering from a severe disease. The disease called comparison. Ladies and gentlemen, what comes into your mind when you see this lady who's carrying a high-end bag? She must be from a wealthier family, or maybe she must be a daughter of a rich dad, or maybe a wife of a sugar husband. Not only this, the comparison also happens when a lady sees another lady who is well dressed. She quickly compares herself with the other lady. And if you think the comparison also, happens only between ladies, then there are also gentlemen who compares themselves with the other gentlemen in terms of physique. And the comparison doesn't end here. It goes beyond. It happens, between the gadgets, high-end gadgets, accessories, watches, cars, and whatnot. Literally, me, you, and every one of us, we keep comparing with something or the other we do not even realize. Like, the saddest part is, we are also compared the day we are born by our maternal aunts, relatives, and our loved ones. अरे लड़का हुआ या लड़की हुई है? Is it a girl or a boy? Oh my God, he looks so pale. जब मेरा बेटा हुआ था ना, he was really healthy. Despite this, people, they take a complete pride if a boy child is born into their family. And they are equally depressed if a girl child is born into their family. This is sad, but this is what it is. Like lacking love, empathy, and that strong bond. I thought everything would be fine now after marriage. But I was wrong. Just like Vikram and Betal, one of the Indian classic series, where Betal, the demon, he refused to leave King Vikramaditya and held him tightly. Likewise, the Betal in my life, comparison, it did not leave me. It did not leave me. In fact, I started to compare now with other women in terms of finances, status, and whatnot. Then came the most beautiful phase of my life. I became mother. My son was born to me. I was so happy. But this disease of comparison is so contagious that it did not leave me, but more importantly, it did not leave my son. My son has vitiligo. And he is bullied every day for just the way he appears. He doesn't feel good about himself, and nor do I. I have no answer to it sometimes. But then, instead of comparing himself with others, he started focusing more on himself, on his own strengths. Like, he is an excellent cook. He loves to bake. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of instruments that you see isn't played by my son. He's really good. He's really good in many things. The drawing that you see is also done by him. He loves to style himself. And all these things really makes him feel good about himself. And it has really helped him and me also to shift my focus from others to myself. Like you see an apple, it cannot be compared with an orange. An apple is rich in fibers, an orange is rich in vitamin C. We need to understand we are different. We have unique strengths and weaknesses. Our fingerprints are different. Our DNA is unique. Why do we compare ourselves with others? For something or the other? Like I did, it would serve no good result. You know what I realized? That I was living with this with more than 3 decades. In the year 2018, I was emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually completely drained. I really needed help, and I did. I started healing myself. I took support of meditation. I joined various mentorship programs, took support of mentors, and implemented really a lot of steps to come out of this. This really helped me to come out from this disease of comparison. I took really immediate steps to come out of it, and I took support of my mentors. It wouldn't have been possible. The steps that I've really followed, and it has really helped me to come out of the severe disease of comparison, is what I'm sharing with you today in the form of a framework, and that is called accept, where A is accepting. It is only when I started accepting myself, the way I am, the way I appeared, the things, people, circumstances around me, life started to unfold in more beautiful ways. Things started to move for better, and no longer this comparison did bother me anymore. The second thing that really helped me to come out of this comparison, I counted my blessings. And this really helped me to celebrate my life, me and everything, every small and every big win. Like few weeks back, before this event, I was actually on my way to pick up my son. I saw a speeding truck coming on my way and it rammed into my car and the windows, they fell and they broke upon me. And I had absolutely no idea that I would have been alive today. But I made it. The only thoughts that was, coming into my mind then, what will happen to my son, my family and my parents back behind? But I am really grateful to the universe that I am alive and I am here in front of you today. I've really learned to be grateful for every little thing. That has really helped me to live my life more gracefully. The next thing, instead of comparing always with others, the day I stopped comparing what others are doing and I focused more on what I was good at, things that I love to do, it really helped me to make more confident, increase in my energy, vitality. I was able to achieve more bigger goals in my life. The next, which is again very important for me and that really helped me to, come out from this disease of comparison, and that is patience. Till now, I knew that everything takes time. You need to have patience because patience has its own rewards. Honestly, I never felt good about the statement. It is because I always looked up for those instant results without much efforts. And also I live in an era where everything is delivered instantly, just a click away. Food, groceries, news that I want to see, or books that I want to read. But when I realized that I need to inculcate patience because that is going to help me to achieve more bigger goals, to be more in peace. I would be free from this anxiety and the disease which I was actually suffering from for decades. It's really helped me. From the day I started exercising patience, definitely it has really helped me to be in more peace. I was able to focus more on my strength. All the more, I was able to achieve all my big goals in my life. Last but not the least, it is only when I started taking massive actions to come out of this disease of comparison, I was able to take charge of my life. It is only when I started taking accountability of whatever was happening to me in my life, I was able to reclaim the lost control rather in my life. Not only this, the day I learned to be true to myself and I stopped pleasing people, I could take control of my life. So ladies and gentlemen, comparison kills your incomparable self. And the only thing that we need to accept is just to accept ourselves the way we are. Like, most of us must be familiar with the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. However, I beg to differ. The grass is greener when we pour water in it. So, you are just beautiful the way you are. You are just complete the way you are. So please accept yourself and stop comparing with anybody.